Lions Den with another news and commentary. I have some breaking news coming out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, Derek Chauvin, the man that was responsible of killing George Floyd, well, the judge has dropped the charges of third-degree murder. That's right, third-degree murder. But guess what? The good news is that the other serious charge, which includes second-degree murder, is still in play. So I'm going to go ahead and play this news clip, and then I'm going to tell you the rest of my commentary.
Well, Lauren, this ruling was mostly beneficial to the prosecution. The defense wanted the charges to be dropped so that a trial wouldn't take place. But with this judge's ruling, a jury ultimately will decide the fate of these former officers.
Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin is charged with second-degree murder and manslaughter. The other 3 former officers are charged with aiding and abetting. In a 107-page decision, Judge Peter Cahill decided they will stand trial on those charges. The only ruling on the side of the defense, Judge Cahill dismissed third-degree murder from Chauvin's case. The reason? Proving it would mean showing Chauvin's actions were not specifically directed at George Floyd, in that they were imminently dangerous to others.
The judge decided that this situation does not fit.
Former Ramsey County Attorney Susan Gertner is not involved with this case, but she reviewed Judge Cahill's ruling.
I think the ruling is more significant for what charges were left in rather than the one charge that was thrown out. Certainly, I would expect that the other 3 officers were hopeful that the judge would decide there wasn't sufficient evidence to go forward on the aiding and abetting charges, and obviously the judge decided otherwise.
Gertner says the judge focused on making sure there's enough evidence to go to a jury, but not to make the jury's decision for them. The defense attorneys argued that Floyd died from a drug overdose, not from Chauvin's knee on his neck for 9 minutes. Judge Cahill wrote that the cause of death evidence is something they can argue at the trial, but they're not a basis for the judge to dismiss the charges, because at this stage the judge has to view the evidence in the light most favorable to the state.
And a couple other big decisions still loom now that we know there will be a trial. Will that trial be held here in Hennepin County, and will it be held together as one trial or as separate trials? No word yet on those decisions from the judge, but we expect them very soon. Back to you.
All right, Lou, thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. So, the bad news is that Derek Chauvin, the judge has decided to drop the third-degree murder charge on Derek Chauvin. Now, the good news is that the trial will indeed happen, okay? Now, the second-degree murder and manslaughter is he's still been charged with. Now, the additional 3 officers with the aiding and abetting, that's also is still involved. Now, the lawyers with those 3 officers is trying to drop those charges and said that, with the aiding and abetting. But the question is, will the judge going to do a trial with all officers together, or will be a separate trials for separate officers? It's like a wait and see thing. But I'm just going to let you know, give you an update of the Derek Chauvin thing, that if you just join us on YouTube, breaking news, that the judge in the Derek Chauvin case has dropped the third-degree murder charges. However, the judge still keeps the second-degree murder and the manslaughter against Derek Chauvin. Y'all let me know what you think about this. Like, click, subscribe, and remember to click the notification bell for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.